Hello children, welcome back to the third video lecture of chapter number 3, standard 10th. This is the third chapter of our history section. In the previous two lectures, we had seen in detail about the things called sculpture. We had also seen about architecture, then the ancient Indian town planning. We also saw about the drainage system, public bath, and the main features of the ancient town planning. We mainly saw about the two main ancient towns. One was Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Dholavira. We also saw about the Mauryan art in that stupa. We also saw that stupa was a type of a Buddhist temple where the remains of Lord Buddha was kept. Right? We also saw in detail about stupa of Sanchi and the linear sketch of stupa. Today we are going to see further and see the topic of pillar inscription. We are going to see about pillar inscription. Okay. Now inscription is basically carving into the stone. It is basically carving done into stone. Okay, so this here the carvings are done on the pillars, right? Now why pillars and why on stones? Because in ancient time there was no technology like WhatsApp or newspapers or nothing like that. So how to spread the message, how to spread the things that are to be told? So it was done through such kind of things. Okay, let us read. Stone inscriptions were made from single rocks. They were usually made from single rocks. They were carved out of single rocks. Stone inscription carved out by the religious order. See, it was done by the religious order of either the king or a priest. See, here it was done by the order of Emperor Ashoka. Are the best specimen of engraving on stone. Now engraving is opposite of embossing. Okay, engraving is to cut deep into something. They were polished so well. Now those pillars were polished so well that they gleamed, they shined, see, almost into the sun, and it was thought that they were made up of metal. Such pillars were erected. Erected means they were made standing into Ambala, Meerut, Allahabad, Sarnath, Loria, which is near Nandangarh, Sanchi, Kashi, Patna, and Bodhivruksha near Bodh Gaya. So these were some of the important places where such kind of pillars were erected. Now why it was erected? Because this was the places where people used to move, and the message on the pillar would be read by those people and it could be followed easily. They were carved in Brahmi script. You need to remember this. They were carved into Brahmi script. Brahmi script was the script at that time which was existing. Now we are going to study about the pillar at Sarnath. The stone inscription at Sarnath is the best specimen of sculptures. It is one of the best specimens. The pillar has 4 lions. Okay, for this you might be this particular image might be very known to you. Okay, you might be knowing this, right? 4 lions facing 4 directions. Sarnath preaching places of Lord Buddha. Say Sarnath was the place from where Lord Buddha had preached. Preach means to give religious knowledge to someone. Dharma Chakras are carved below the lion image. You can see here. Okay, these are Dharma Chakras. Okay, Dharma Chakras are carved here. This chakra indicates triumph of religion. Triumph is victory. Triumph is victory of religion. This is why it is called Dharma Chakra, and that's why it is called Dharma Chakra. Apart from this, it has sculpture of elephant, horse, and a bullock. You can see here. Okay, it has a sculpture of here various sculptures horse, and on the other back side there are elephant, horse. Okay, each of them are a symbol of different things. Like elephant is the symbol of strength, horse is the symbol of speed, and bullock is a symbol of hard work. Okay, this chakra has been placed in the national flag of Republic of India, you know this. Okay, now out of this particular, the Dharma Chakra, okay, or we better know as Ashok Chakra, this we know as Ashok Chakra, is placed into the national flag of India. Image of four lions have been placed as our national emblem. So this is considered as our national emblem. This is considered to be one of the best specimen of sculpture in this world. Okay, and that's why it is considered one of the best specimens of the sculpture. The next is stone inscription. Stone inscription. Stone inscription carved by religious order of Ashoka. See, again, King Ashoka made it, done by the people of that time, are the best specimen of carving and engraving. Wooden art, stone sculpture shows an excellent specimen of art and architecture, along with erection of pillars of wood and stone, beautiful arches. Okay, now what is an arch? Arch is something like this. Okay, this is called an arch. This particular part is called an arch. Okay, so beautiful arches are engraved on the doors. See, this such kind of engraving is done. That kind of things are also seen into our, you can see here, you can see here in stupa also they are done. So such kind of architecture, the arches are seen in there, right? So see, along with erection of pillars and arches, which stresses religious behavior. Okay, it shows about, and the details on it shows about the how behavior of a person should be as per the religion. Such stone inscriptions have been found from Peshawar, say, that is right now into Pakistan, Peshawar, Dehradun, Thane, Mumbai, Dholi, okay, Jaguda, that is in Odisha, and Chennai. So you can see this all kind of architecture is spread all around India and not concentrated at one place. So that shows that the king Ashoka was very serious about spreading the knowledge of Buddhism into all parts of India. Such type of stone inscription have been found from the foothills of Girnar. See, they are also found in foothills of Girnar mountain on the way to Junagadh in Gujarat. If you have gone to Junagadh, you might have come across this particular. There is a very big stone. Now it is inside a building. Okay, and on that it is written in Pali language, Brahmin language. Other than this, Palitana Jain temples on Setrunjay mountain of Gujarat that were built into 1847, okay, of Hathisi in Ahmedabad are such stone inscription which provides complete information about Sanskrit and Gujarati language. So these are some of the things, these are some of the places which shows about the development of Sanskrit language and Gujarati language along with the architecture of that time. Now children, we will look about the Dravidian style of art. Dravidian style of art. Now whenever the word Dravid comes into the mind, you have to remember the south. You have to remember south and not Rahul Dravid, who is a great Indian cricketer. Okay, so Dravidian style means the southern side of art in south. Many Buddhist stupas were built in the regions near Krishna and Godavari rivers. They were built in the rivers where the rivers Krishna and Godavari flows during the reigns of Satvahana kings. When the Satvahana kings used to rule, at that time they were built. They were of semicircle oval and bell shape. See, they were semicircle, oval or bell shape. Stupa in Nagarjunkoda and Amravati are the best specimen of Dravidian architecture of art. Okay, so the stupas which are built at Nagarjunkoda in the southern side of India and Amravati are considered one of the best architecture specimens. The Chola kings adopted Dravidian style of architecture. See, the Chola kings which later came on, they also accepted the Dravidian style of architecture to a great extent. Next comes the Gupta period, the art of Gupta period. During the Gupta period, architecture, sculpture, painting, dance, and music flourished. It was a great period for architecture, sculpture, painting, dance, and music. Gupta period is considered to be from 320 CE, that is Common Era, to 550 CE, in simple words AD. Okay, so this is the duration when the Gupta kings used to rule into India, or the Gupta dynasty used to exist. Parvati temple at Jabalpur, okay, Bumra Nagoda Shiv temple, Irna in Madhya Pradesh. So these are very important places, you need to remember them. Narsimha temple, Gopu Mandir at Jamnagar, stupas, chaityas, mutt, vihar, flags and pillars are the unique examples of Gupta period. See, Gupta period is also considered the golden period, the golden period for architecture. Gupta period is also known as golden period of art. See, you can remember this. Let me highlight it with another color so you can easily remember it. Gupta period is considered, one second. Gupta period is considered as the golden period of art. So it can be asked. Okay, so you need to remember Gupta period is considered golden period of art. Buddhist statues at Sarnath, statues of Lord Vishnu at Mathura, say. Okay. Statue of Mahavir Swami, caves of Udaygiri, and statue of Vishnu in the form of Vara are the best specimen of sculptures of Gupta period. These are some of the best sculptures that were carved out, that were made during the Gupta period, that was made between this particular time. This was made between this particular time. Okay, now let us study about the cave architecture. Cave architecture is considered as man-made places of beauty. See, cave architecture is considered man-made. Now caves can be both man-made and natural. Okay, but the architecture inside, the paintings, the carvings and other things that is done is man-made, and that's why they are considered man-made places of beauty. Caves of Ajanta and Ellora at Aurangabad, if you visited those places, they are some of the best places to be visited. Elephanta caves near Mumbai, which is situated on an island. Udaygiri and Bagh near Gwalior, Bhuvaneshwari near Odisha, Khandgiri and Nilgiri are the famous specimen of cave architecture of Gupta period. See, again, these were some of the caves and architecture styles which were done into Gupta period. Now in Gujarat also there are a lot of caves. Okay, Khambhalia, which is near Gondal, in Dak, okay, Dak, which is on the way to Rajkot. When you go to Rajkot, Dak is on the way of it. 3 caves at Junagadh. Talaja, if you have gone to Maua, Talaja, there is a very big mountain with exposed caves. You can see directly from the road itself. Sana, except these are some of the caves that are into Gujarat. Caves are formed. Okay, the caves inscription of Ashoka have been carved on the wall of 3 caves of the barrier mountain. See, Even in the caves also the messages or the inscription of Ashoka are found, so we can know that the message of Ashoka was spread to a very wide areas, which is 16 kilometers away from Gaya, that is Bodh Gaya, Bihar. This description work of charity done by Ashoka, see, this was done as a part of charity, as a part of spread of the religion. Caves of Assam and Darjeeling, okay, Sudama caves of Bihar and caves of Sita are well known cave architecture. We are going to see about Ajanta and Ellora into chapter number 6 into detail. Okay, so we'll keep into till here into this particular video lecture.